streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been.
Well, hello everybody, folks, and a good evening to you all, folks, and welcome back aboard here, folks, to Realltom Football. My name is Tom, and I'll bring you the watch along tonight at 74 Liverpool, who take on Southampton live in the Carabao Cup third round. If you do are watching the replay, then please do make sure that you are leaving a like on the stream, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and thank you very much indeed, folks, to everybody who's joining us here today. And your kickoff is coming your way at the kickoff time for 8 o'clock. Good evening, everybody, and welcome aboard to Realltom Football. My name is Tom once again, and we have got quite a lot as well on the Realltom Football bulletin board to tell you about. Obviously, of course, first things first, yesterday was the turn of the equinox, which means that officially, by equinox terms, it is autumn as of yesterday. So we have changed our logo from black and yellow through to a nice autumny kind of teal. So that is the number one announcement, really, in the bulletin board. The other thing is that we're going to be trying to send the Carabao Cup purple tomorrow in alignment with Sky's purple branding. It will be a trial and it may not come to fruition, but we are going to attempt to trial it tomorrow. That will include a new intro after the main intro song, of course. So that's the two big announcements on the bulletin board. And then obviously, of course, as well, we have got obviously a little bit of a dilemma for me, actually. And it is an interesting dilemma. And it involves this competition because I have purchased a ticket to Burnley versus Arsenal. I have got a ticket from the ballot to Arsenal West Ham, but I now also have been awarded a ticket through the ballot to Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, which means that I am technically right now being told by Arsenal that I'm going to be attending 3 matches in a row. Now, I won't let that happen if Arsenal qualify, which I expect to do against Port Vale tomorrow, and we get a home cup tie, because quite frankly, my bank balance won't be able to handle it. So in that case, the Crystal Palace game will not be attended by me, and I will hand that ticket over to Charlie. So yes, there is quite a lot sitting on this. And yeah, we are not going to keep anything negative today because we're saving that for tomorrow, really, about... well, I mean, I think I've done enough for now talking, but the talking is not going to stop now. I have made my decision on where my stance is, and I am going to start pushing for what I want. We're involving my football club. Because the time is now. And this competition is something that I was desperate to win last year. And Newcastle, yes, they won it. Great. But they snatched it away from us. Snatched it. So I am taking this competition seriously again. Because this time, I want to win it. And I want to go all the way. Because I can feel it, you know? I can feel it. The way that was just snatched away from me. Yes, snatched. Very good evening to Taki. How you doing? Hope so. Yeah, I mean, it'd be a miracle if Southampton win, wouldn't it? We're going to talk about Southampton and their league status before we actually go into the main lineups, because Southampton have not had a great start, but not as bad as Sheffield United. We will talk about that in just a moment's time. But first, let's get through the TV information. So this is an evening with lots of different types of football on. You've got the EFL Trophy, which is otherwise known as the Virtue Trophy, I think, at the minute. That is all available on Sky Sports Plus, including Bolton Wanderers against Manchester City under 21s. Arsenal under 21s are against Newport County, with Northampton Town up against Chelsea under 21s. Plymouth Argyle are taking on Spurs under 21s. The Van Rama National League is all available on DAZN tonight, with a random Simru Premier game on BBC and S4C online. And then most of the Carabao Cup, including Burnley against Cardiff City, Wrexham against Reading, Wigan Athletic against Wycombe Wanderers, Barnsley against Brighton and Albion, and Fulham against Cambridge United are all available on Sky Sports Plus. And I missed out Wolves against Everton, with Lincoln City against Chelsea live on Sky Sports Football and Sky Sports Football only. Then we've got Falkirk against Hibernian in the Scottish Premiership on Premier Sports. And AC Milan against Leicester is on the Premier Player in the Coppa Italia. And 2 La Liga games, including Real Madrid's visit to Levante, also on Premier Sports. For this Carabao Cup clash, though, it is an 8 o'clock kickoff, and we've got Liverpool against Southampton, which is live on Sky Sports main event only for Sky Sports viewers in the United Kingdom. But if you are wanting to watch this for free and not have to pay anything, you can do so. Please listen to the following information, because ITV are a little bit complicated. Because if you are wanting to watch via ITV1 or ITVX, you cannot do that if you are a Scottish viewer. If you are a Scottish viewer, please use STV or the STV player. If you are in England or Wales, the option of ITV1 or ITVX is available to you, and that is only, I repeat, only available to English and Welsh viewers. This option will not be available to Scottish viewers. They must use STV or the STV player. Well, Chelsea versus Mark Goldbridge. What? Should beat Lincoln, really. Yes, ITV have got basically a Scotland section, which is STV and the STV player, and then they've got ITV, which is specifically for England and Wales. And Charlie knows all about my little ticketing shock today, don't you, Charlie? I can't believe Arsenal. I can't believe them. It's almost as if they're trying to sugarcoat me, as if to say, "Oh well, we know you want Arteta out. Here's another ticket. Thanks. I didn't want it." The only reason why I'm entering the ballot for all games in the Premier League this season is to ensure that, because of the new policy we've got, I don't get locked out of the ballots. Thanks. Thanks a bleeding lot, Arsenal. Because honestly, if we qualify and we get a home tie, which I guarantee we will, on both of those things, I ain't going Arsenal Palace. It's Charlie's ticket. Because I want to go Turf Moor. And I also want to go to the West Ham game, which I am going to, for sure. Defo. I know I said that, yeah, he has us repeated, yeah. Right. Okay, tonight we are using Flash Score. Why is that? Because I'm not 100% sure about Southampton's lineup. I don't know how much their squad has changed. I am not a transfer geek. So Flash Score will be in operation tonight as opposed to Super Score, because Flash Score is the best, in my opinion, when you want the lineups pinned on your screen and not moving. So flashscore.co.uk or flashscore.com, whatever you want to call it, for the team news tonight. And as well, a quick check on the league form for Southampton. Good evening to Corey. Welcome into Corey. How you doing? Welcome aboard to you. A Newport County badge. Never knew you supported Newport, mate. But welcome aboard to you. So all the scores, by the way, in the Carabao Cup are 0-0. We are going to go into Liverpool, Southampton, and we are going to click on Southampton, and we want to take a look, firstly, at their standings. Where are they in the Championship, I hear you ask? I hear you cry. Well, they are actually 19th. They're only on 6 points. They did lose to Hull City 3-1 in the end, that was. It's not been a great start for them, but not as bad as Sheffield United. Now, Sheffield Wednesday are finally off the mark in the Championship. They got actually quite a good win, I felt, at Fratton Park on Saturday. Derby County as well beat West Brom, but then got beaten to get at home to Preston. So no home wins yet for Derby County, but one away win so far, and that was at the Hawthorns against West Bromwich Albion, who Middlesbrough beat to close a 4-point gap on Stoke City, who were beaten by Queen's Park Rangers. And I will keep waxing the lyricals on what could be a tremendous story up on Teesside. But for now, it is Carabao Cup action. Well, Lincoln, oh, look at this play. Look at this play from Lincoln here. Oh, inside of the post. Lincoln have come tremendously close to finding the opener against Chelsea on Sky Sports Football and Sky Sports Football only if you want to give that one a watch. Lincoln making it a thriller, but here it's about, can Arne Slot beat Southampton? Or will Southampton, against all odds, have a surprise up their sleeve? Well, the team news will be a starting point to find out if they can. Here we go. It is Giorgio Marmadashvili who begins in goal for Liverpool today. A back four of Jerry Frimpong, Joe Gomez, Leone, never heard of you before, and Andy Robertson playing a back four behind a midfield, which is split into two parts. Seeing a defensive two of Neone Trey Neone, rather. Wataru Endo getting a start as well in defensive midfield. Playing behind a midfield three, which sees Federico Chiesa get a start alongside Curtis Jones, who's not had much action this season. And also the youngster who scored the winner at St James's Park, which is Rio Nugamaha. And it's a disappointment for me because I put Mo Salah to score on my bet builder, but you never know. And Alexander Isak starts up front. On the bench, though, for Liverpool is Connor Bradley, Jayden Danns, Hugo Ekitike, Kay Gordon, Milos Kerkez, Morrison, Pilling, Williams, and Woodman. So, my bet builder's gone because there is no Mo Salah, there is no Alisson at all. That's tremendous. There are 3 injuries or missing players for Liverpool, and we've got Stefan Bajcetic out with a hamstring injury, Chambers L out with a back injury, and Scanlon C out with a hamstring injury also for Arda Slot. For Southampton, then, Alex McCarthy. Oh, I remember the McCarthy days when he was number 1. Is in goal for them. A back 5 today of Jalert, Edwards, Ronnie Edwards, Nathan Gordon Wood. Yeah, we're going to ignore the Gordon, but Nathan Wood in the back 4 as well, back 5 rather, as well as Quashie. And we know you, Ryan Manning. Midfield then is a slightly smaller with a 4 of Cameron Archer, the former Villa player, alongside Flynn Downs, Janda, and Cienza. And then we've got Adam Armstrong leading the front by himself as a lone striker. So a 5-4-1 formation there from Southampton. And on the bench today, we've got Shea Charles, we've got Damian Downs, Tom Fellows, Ryan Fraser, Scotsman, Taylor Harwood Bellis, George Long, Kuryu Matsuki, Jay Robinson, and Ross Stewart. And then there are 2 inactive players today, or missing players. We've got Samuel Adozi out with an unspecified reason, inactive, and Wellington, a Brazilian player, out with an ankle injury for Will Still, the Saints manager. So we are just about to get underway at Anfield. And Arsenal 21's apparently losing. Okay, that is not good news, but at the end of the day, it is the under-21s. They can't really change history that much for us. If the under-21s do win a trophy, what I would say to that is that it's experience for them more than anything, but it is exciting for those players. And of course, if we win the Virtue Trophy, the Virtue Trophy, whatever it's bleeding called, yeah, that's a big deal, and it's an achievement for the youths. But it's not going to affect the history of Arsenal. It's not going to make the fans jump off their seats. Mikel Arteta's time is done. There is no, and I repeat, no sugarcoat anymore. I have already made my decision, people. Nobody is going to sway me. I am going to be protesting. I am going to try and force his manager out. I am one who says, ta-ta, get lost, I've had enough. Because I do not want another season where I'm going, way, oh, whoa, and you know what I mean? I want to cheer. I want to fucking have a party. Not just with Nottingham Forest after they beat Ipswich on penalties with Nuno Espirito Santo dancing to relieve myself from Arsenal pain. Instead, I want to celebrate a fucking trophy for my club. I don't care if it's Wembley or the Emirates. I do want to win a Premier League title, and that's a non-negotiable. Wherever. I want pride for Arsenal, and I want it this season. So me, I'm going to force it. Yeah, that game on Sunday, and by the way, somebody put a petty comment on the fan cam. Yeah, but who are you? Yeah, read the facts. City are not at our level. City were there for the taking. And guess what? We played like a bunch of fucking clowns. And now, I think there's a moment of silence at Anfield, so we'll calm down and we'll join in with that. I don't know what it's for. It might be Diogo Jota. It might not be. Either way, there you go. In fact, it's not. It's for Matt Beard, the woman's manager who's recently passed away. 1978 to 2025, so that makes him about 47. So a moment's silence for Matt Beard. A moment's silence at Anfield for a man who some people would say had more than half of his life taken away from him. 47 years old is too young of an age for anybody to die. And however he may have passed, Anfield respects Matt Beard. Southampton then, with their P&O Cruises sponsor, very nice sponsor this season for them, and a nice, weird though, yellow and blue striped, sort of frizzy kit, really. I quite like it. Some people can argue against it, but I don't mind that from Saints. I think it's a little bit stylish, and I also think that actually it links back to what the city's all about. Because what do people go to Southampton for other than football? They go to catch a cruise, perhaps to the Caribbean. And where does that leave you? Sun and sea, yellow and blue. So I kind of understand that from Southampton. It might be a very, very clever creative concept. So I'm not going to diss it. I think it's okay from Saints. Well, it's a good start from Southampton. Armstrong applying the pressure, and there could be a loose ball, and it looked dangerous, you know. In fact, Southampton were even on the attack. The way Southampton were playing, they made it look like they were on the attack. Armstrong was just going forward and forward and forward, which sort of created an optical illusion. But in the end, I look up at the goalkeeper and I go, that's McCarthy who's made a save, not Marmadashvili. I don't know what was going on there, but great save. Well, the routine's not led to anything, but it's going to go back into the box. And Liverpool are going to want to swirl some danger on Southampton. And one thing I haven't done tonight is got my bet slips out. But like I've already said, based on the lineups, one of them is dead. Because it was Mo Salah to score. Well, Mo Salah ain't going to score when he's not in the squad, is he? Shit. Oh, well. Only £2 I put on tonight. Price boost, Accra Insurance. The price boost is not very good, by the way, either. And a better builder for £1. So, yeah, bet builder's gone. Salah ain't scoring from at home, is he? He can't just burst through the TV screen and quickly score a goal, can he? So, it's a really poor price on this price boost tonight, by the way. 50p for 98p. I've not seen as low as that in a while. But it is Liverpool, AC Milan and Real Madrid all to win, which is going to happen. It's almost the guaranteed 98p. All I need to do is grab a 2p out of my jar, and that's £1. So there you go. Jobs are good with that. We've also got £3.98 on our Accra Insurance tonight for Brighton, Burnley, Cardiff, Burnley, Everton, Wrexham, and Real Madrid all to win. That is a £3.98 return off a 50p stake. And of course, there is insurance on that. So if one lets me down, there will be a free bet back on my grid card tomorrow afternoon. And I'm still yet, by the way, folks, to fully work out the works of Boyle Sports. So give me a chance with that. I'm exploring the new store, but I haven't managed to fully get the works of it yet. I mean, we all know what we're going to get with William Hill. You know what I mean? Coral, obviously, they do accumulators, but not with insurance, which is really annoying. Betfred is Betfred. Betfred's the backup emergency booking when you need them. Because they're shit. Sorry, Betfred, but it's true. Get a grip. And Paddy Power, well, they're just boring. I mean, they give you these flashy play cards and all that crap, but it's all just like it's too digital. Like, I don't want to just do things all digitally, you know. I want to do my bet builders, but also I want to see the paper shelf stacked with paper, fill out a form, boom. it just takes away the aesthetic of doing an ACCA insurance or some kind of ACCA, really, if you don't have the paper. So Paddy Power for me are just a complete, like, yeah, forget you, I'm done with you, really, because it's just pointless. But no, I'm willing to give this Boyle Sports a shot. I mean, I've seen them around. Like I told you, they had a shop in a small borough of where I am, which was too far out for me to simply even have an effort of going to. But now we've got one in the city centre, which is wonderful. So we will give you a review properly on what I think of them. The adverts look flashy. The new rebrand of the logo looks great. But what can Boyle Sports do to impress us and get to the level of Coral and Ladbrokes? Because in my opinion, Coral and Ladbrokes are just above William Hill, because I think that both of them two are probably the best combination when it comes to in-shop. Because what I like about Coral and Ladbrokes is that the apps are quite shit, because their in-store experience is so much better, if you know what I mean by that. But William Hill's app and Paddy Power's app, much better, right? It shows you the direction of a booking. And Coral and Ladbrokes, both of them, their apps are just not great, not exciting. But when you go in the store, it's a different story. Arguably the most interactive bookies, to my knowledge, at the minute. So, well, Mohamed Ashrali's just made an important save there for Liverpool, and Southampton do have a corner in from the right and cleared from the edge of the box. Frimpong was looking to bring it forward. That didn't quite work out. Back across, no danger applied, and Isak is back there doing a bit of defending as well, bless him. Here is Nugamaha, the player who lit up St James's Park, and I think has enlightened Liverpool fans a bit, really, with his talent. Engamoa. Are we lagging a bit? I mean, I can't see it on the screen, but I'm just getting a bit of a low Wi-Fi pip, that's all. Yeah, Wi-Fi's a bit bouncy, really. Probably at some point we're going to have to fit a booster again. Because it does drive me up the walls when I see what bar. I don't like it. Some people just go, yeah, it means nothing. Yeah, but no. Normally when the Wi-Fi bars are flicking at me, yeah, I'm going to... Well, at some point when I've recovered from this bleeding football spell, honestly, it's mad. Oh, you wouldn't believe Arsenal, would you? You wouldn't think it. They've probably done that on purpose. Looks at my name, goal in the Carabao Cup. We've got a goal. It's actually a second goal. I missed the first goal. Those were 7:45 kickoffs, but Barnsley 0, Brighton and Albion 2. So a goal at whatever Barnsley Stadium's called. It is a Barnsley 0, Brighton and Albion 2. So Barnsley 0, Brighton 2. Luke Links will probably be a happy bunny at home tonight because he doesn't seem to travel anymore, does he? There you go. Barnsley 0, Brighton 2 is the latest goal flash for you. Kate and Jonathan, good to see you. Welcome aboard to you. How are you doing? Welcome aboard to Kate and Jonathan. Welcome aboard to you. I am actually going to go on to Sofa Score. Yes, the best in terms of in-app, by the way, as well. I think Flash Scores app is shite, personally. And we are going to use the very good feature on Sofa Score, which allows us to simply select the games that we want notifications for. We know it. Notifications got better. Yeah, they did. There you go. So we're going to say yes, yes, yes to all of these games except for the one we're watching right now. And we are all on notifications. We're also going to get some notifications going for, Ugamaha bursting down the left. Ball went out of play, says the referee. There has been a postponement as well, by the way, for Cambridge United. Yeah. No. It was expected, by the way, people, because Cambridge United themselves are playing in this competition, which means that their clash with Brighton's under-21s has been postponed. Plymouth Argyle, by the way, Pi will be happy. Plymouth Argyle 5, Tottenham Hotspur under-21s 0. Wow. Argyle. Finally, a bit of joy for Argyle. Under-21s or not, is the story of the Tottenham. Well done, Argyle. 5-0 up. Can't believe that, can you? 5-0 Argyle. Yes, notifications on as well for Levante against Real Madrid. And I won't even bother looking at AC Milan because we'll just wait for their results to come through. And yeah. Oh, I'm not. It might be my last match, but I'm actually here for quite a while. Somehow, I've managed to go from 1 intentionally to 2 intentionally Arsenal tickets to now 3. The second of the 3 I didn't want. But I will do it if we qualify. We better qualify. I will hit the roof if we don't qualify. But if we get an away tie in the Carabao Cup, I ain't going to bother because I need to keep an eye on my wallet. And guess what? Away games in the Carabao Cup don't affect my beautiful record, which gives me the key to unlock Wembley access, priority for me, through the Arsenal ticketing system, which is complicated. So complicated that on the same week that they decide to absolutely piss me right off, they give me 2 tickets in a row. Thanks, Arsenal. Thanks very much. Sack the manager and I'll be happy. So, yes, I'm just putting it out there right now. I had no intention of being missing for Palace. But hey-ho, Arsenal have decided to sugarcoat me and butter me up with a ticket to Palace. 2 consecutive, by the way, to shut me up. They're not going to shut me up. Goal. And not a goal that I like either. Wolves 1, Everton 0. I'm not happy about that. No, I'm not. I backed Everton to win. Everton should be winning that. Marshall Munetsi has hit the back of the net for Wolverhampton Wanderers, and they are probably about half hour into their game now. Obviously, they kicked off 15 minutes before us, 7:45. It is, though, Marshall Munetsi on the score sheet for Wolverhampton Wanderers, and it is Wolves 1, Everton 0. Bit of a surprise, that really. Wolves 1, Everton 0 in the Carabao Cup at Molineux. I don't think the AR's in operation, by the way, either. And, yeah, you might. However, you are struggling for goals. Now, I will heavily criticise if we don't play an attacking lineup. Why? Because you guys are struggling for goals. I'm not saying that you're a weaker threat. That's not what I'm implying. But the stats have been proven that Villa and Newcastle both are struggling for goals a little bit. Villa more, obviously. But, yeah. I mean, look. Right now, I'm just... My one focus, Arteta, get out. Who you against? Who's he's against? I can't remember who's he's against. Let's have a look on the where's the match. The safest way to not spoil anything for myself. Where's the match? Quite a few interesting games tomorrow actually as well. We've got Huddersfield against Man City on Premier League, Sky Sports Premier League. Newcastle against Bradford City at St James's Park on Sky Sports Football. Tottenham against Doncaster, and wow, there has been a goal which comes as surprise. Again, main game, by the way, tomorrow is Port Vale against Arsenal. Kickoff is there's actually been 2 goals. There are 2 goals now to alert you of. Blimey O'Reilly, watch the halo. Right, 2 goals to alert you of then, and the first is coming at Turf Moor. We have got, Isak is shit, so I'm not going to even bother trying bets on Isak. Hence why I place my bet on Mo Salah, even though he's not playing tonight, not to my awareness until just now. Right, there's been 2 goals that have gone into the back of the nets. So let's report them to you right now. They're both away goals. It is Cardiff City, firstly, at Turf Moor through Rubin Colwill, and Burnley are behind at Turf Moor. That is a major surprise. So Rubin Colwill makes it Burnley 0, Cardiff City 1. And your second goal flash will come in just a moment's time. Here we go. In fact, it wasn't Rubin Colwill. It was Joel Colwill, sorry, rather. And then we've got Wigan Athletic 0, Wycombe Wanderers 1, Kalone Boyd Muntz with a goal for Wycombe Wanderers at Wigan in the 32nd minute. Scores on the doors then. There you go. Barnsley 2-0 down. That goal is still popping up for Burnley. Are we going to ignore that for now? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. I think the guy's lucky. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. Well, I'm not just going to... I think it's disrespectful. By the way, Brighton are 3-0 up. Luke Links is going to be throwing beer all over himself because Brighton are 3-0 up, probably in about half hour, just over. Wherever Luke is, he'll be throwing beer all over himself. Enjoy. As it is Barnsley 0, Brighton 3 in the 33rd minute through Diego Gomez. A third goal then for the Seagulls. 3-0 Brighton at Barnsley. Into the 19th minute here between Liverpool and Southampton. It is scoreless and square at the minute. Our best rated player on the pitch is actually a tie, and it is between Flynn Downs for Southampton right now and Mamardashvili in the Liverpool goal. And I am delighted to inform you that with just a 5.2 rating today so far, Alexander Isak is the worst rated player on the pitch, according to Flash Scores ratings. Now, I think Sober Scores are slightly more accurate. However, according to Flash Score, Isak has been the worst player on the pitch. Just a nice, simple good. Yeah, I know you're happy about that. Yeah, I mean, I know that a lot of people are going, oh, well, yeah, he's going to do this and that. I personally think he's going to do nothing at Liverpool. I'm sorry to say it, but Liverpool have wasted, what is it, 150? How much did you get in the end, Newcastle? I know that obviously you wanted to keep him and, you didn't quite get the full price. I think it was like about a 25 million shave, was it? I think it was like, in the end, like 115, 20 million on it. But either way, I do think it'll prove to be a waste of money. Because I think he will flop. As always, 20th minute, Anfield, in respect of Diogo Jota. Applaud, banners, scarves, smiles, sad faces. Yeah, 120. Yeah, waste of money, I think it'll be. I do. You know what I mean? There's some people who are going to be like, oh, well, no, you're wrong. I think he'll flop. That's my opinion. I think he'll flop. I still think that Salah's the main guy there. Even with Ekitike, I still think Salah's their main guy. And I know Liverpool fans won't want to hear that because Salah's getting old. But I'm sorry, but I think Salah's your main guy. Ekitike is good, but he's not that good. And shit. Holy shit. Cardiff 2-0. What the fuck's going on at Turf Moor? Have Cardiff turned into, I don't want to say prime Barca because Burnley are not quite Barcelona level, but Callum Robinson, 2-0 Cardiff. Who would believe it? They lost, I think, 4-0 at the weekend, didn't they? Jesus Christ on a bike. How the hell have Cardiff 2-0 at Turf Moor? I mean, Burnley, for crying out loud, nearly took Liverpool to a draw, held Forest, and they're 2 back against Cardiff. League One. There really must be a curse for these promoted sides against old opposition. Eh? Because Sunderland only have lost to Burnley. It's mad. Because, I mean, next week, who have Burnley got in the Prem? Who have they got in the Prem? Oh, okay. I was going to try and say something smart there, but no. Burnley are not going to get points at City. I'm sorry, Burnley fans, but no. You're not going to get points out of City. No, you're not. But you might be able to come out very, very unscathed, though. One thing I'll say to you is you might be able to come out unscathed because City only managed to beat Southampton 1-0 last season. And then it was a 0-0 draw at St Mary's. So, well, I don't know. It was strange, that was. Because City only, it was so early, the goal as well. You were thinking, right, it's going to be a goal fest. But 1-0. Worst team in the league. Very close to breaking Derby's record. And yet, 1-0. Isak. Chiesa. Good save by McCarthy. And a good hit by Federico Chiesa as well. Yeah, you should beat Bradford. I mean, I've seen Bradford before. They're not a bad team. Play some positive football. But I think that Newcastle will get the job done. I'm going to say, I don't think it'll be heavy. Maybe 2-3-0. Comfortable. But not a battering. SSB28. Welcome aboard to you. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard to you. How you doing? I am looking out for actually quite new names tonight because that comment that I told you about on the fan cam on Sunday, which was basically criticising me for criticising Arsenal, which, by the way, I don't... Yeah. But it was somebody whose name I hadn't recognised. So it's good in the sense of we're reaching different viewer bases. Here you are, look. GRXons, his name is. You drew against a top 3 team. Why are you making out it's the worst thing ever? Why am I making out it's the first thing ever? Because our manager needs to be sacked. That is my response to you. If you want to come into the live stream, or you do come into the live stream, please make yourself known, because I will happily tell you exactly why. My big goal in a minute. We'll report it in a minute. But yeah, do stroll along, because I'll explain myself. And to be fair, it should be obvious, particularly if you're an Arsenal fan, as to why we're moaning so much. Thanks a lot. Big goal, by the way. Big goal. And it has been a rather, a rather big goal, actually, for Lincoln against Chelsea. And, well, we were told by Sky earlier that Lincoln were playing well, but Lincoln have now found the back of the net. And it looks like it's a goal just before half-time in that one as well. Lincoln City are a goal ahead. I can inform you of that. We're just waiting on the goal scorer confirmation, but meanwhile, I will get that goal flash ready for you. We are still waiting on the confirmation of the Lincoln City goal scorer. It is Robert Street who has put Lincoln City ahead, and it's a big goal at the London North Eastern Railway Stadium. I don't know if it's still called that, actually, but 1-0 Lincoln City, massive goal. Is it still called that? No, it's called, I think, have they changed the name then? Cecil Bank now. It was called LNER Stadium. Or was that York? I don't know. Somebody's got a stadium called LNER. I thought it was Lincoln, but it might not be. I think LNER are the only railway company who actually sponsor a stadium in the Premier League. Sponsor a stadium, not in the Premier League, just a stadium. I think just to annoy the Argyle fans, it'd be quite funny if Argyle struck a deal with Arriva and allowed Home Park to be called the Cross Country Stadium, because it literally is one of the prime destinations of cross country, and you have to cross the country as an away fan with cross country to watch shit football from Argyle most of the time. I think that'd be one of the best stadium sponsors ever. Home Park to be called Cross Country Stadium. I mean, not a lot of people like cross country, but it'd be fucking funny. I like cross country, by the way. Oh dear. Oh dear. What was it? Drunk and disorderly? Drugs? By the way, I'm not judging or anything like that. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I'm just having a guess. I don't know. What could it have been? Drink driving? Bloody assault? Carrying a knife? Well, road traffic offence? Speeding? Swerving? Running a red? Oh shit. Domestic violence then. Yeah, that's going to be a long case, mate. Oh. I think domestic violence, I'm not trying to persuade big crimes like knife crime or anything like that, but I'm genuinely being serious when I say that right now probably domestic violence is probably more inflamed than knife crime at the minute, really, if you ask me. It's a big thing, domestic violence. And there is actually quite a tremendous Netflix program all about it. And it's called The Maid. Do you give that a watch? Because it's got a lot of domestic violence kind of theme to it. I won't go into too much detail, but basically, Girlie has to go into a bleeding domestic violence shelter in the end because she's homeless to find shelter for herself and her daughter. It's a long story, but it's a good story. It will take its time. There will be some boring moments in it, but if you want to learn a bit about domestic violence, you want to watch a kind of a domestic violence kind of program. You know what I mean? A sort of a program that's got a bit of humour to it, but at the same time it's all about domestic violence. I would recommend The Maid on Netflix. Here's Robertson and Gumoha to the byline, and it's not a bad ball either. Robertson takes it down, and Chiesa, it was rather, who had the shot, but it was blocked. And with half an hour gone, there's still no breakthrough yet. Southampton have not been threatened too much by Liverpool and haven't looked in too much distress either. Half-time whistle has gone between Brighton and Barnsley. It is 3-0 to Brighton at half-time, and it's goalless at Craven Cottage. Cambridge United holding their own against Fulham and holding Fulham back. It is, at the moment, 0-0 at Craven Cottage. Fulham 0, Cambridge United 0. And once again, there you go. That goal for Lincoln. Big goal for Lincoln. And it would be big if Southampton could conjure up something magical here at Anfield. And tomorrow there's more Carabao Cup action. There is Europa League as well, but we're not going to be focused on that. We are going to be largely Carabao Cup this week. And it's Port Vale against Arsenal, which, of course, I'll be doing tomorrow. You won't want to miss that one, because if we don't win, I will throw a paddy at the highest order. I don't even know what league Port Vale are in. No offence to Port Vale. No offence to Port Vale. But I don't know what league you're in, fellas. I don't. So, I swear to God, if we lose to them, I will fucking... lose it. I will lose it if we lose to flipping Port Vale tomorrow, because I don't know what league they're in, like I said. I'll do my research tomorrow after college. I am at college tomorrow. Corner goes in. And it's not a bad delivery, Marmadashvili, though. Claims just before danger started to arise. Good goalkeeping by Marmadashvili. Rolled out for Curtis Jones. Nguma has not got a lot of space to work with. He avoids one, though. Leone. Half-time whistle's got at Turf Moor, and it's 2-0 to Cardiff City, who, like I said, I think they lost 4-0 in the weekend, which is just madness. It is madness. Particularly for Burnley, when you think that they've held Liverpool close to a draw, really close, and should have got it, really. Let's just be real with it. And as well, they've stopped Forest from getting 3 points. But yet they're falling down to Cardiff. They could be strange. There's no denying it. By the way, if we get Grimsby, I don't care. I will. If we get Grimsby, because Grimsby are the big story at the minute, I'll go Grimsby away. That is the one exception I'll make, by the way. I know I said earlier, if we're away, screw it. I'll take the Palace ticket. But you know what? If we get Grimsby, away, I'll take Grimsby. I will. Because it would be rude of me not to go to Grimsby based on the fact they're making a story. Shit in the league, Grimsby, but fair plays to you in the bloody cup. I mean, last year we had the FA Cup underdog. Argyle. I mean, honest, that was just it. I do like Argyle. I do like Argyle as well. That's the thing. I do like Argyle. So I like seeing it. And to be fair, that's thanks to Pie, really. I've got to say it. But Pie has made me like Argyle a little bit. If you don't know Pie, go check it out. Life of Pie, YouTube. Funny guy. Very, very, very unfiltered content, really. You got to say it. Not in the sense of bad unfiltered content, but just unfiltered personality, unfiltered kind of life. Really, the whole minibus and just the travelling down, the rush of the, you know what I mean, travelling to London and all that jazz, and the hotel prices that he'll mention to you. It's just genuine content. And he's an Argyle fan. So yeah, check it out if you haven't already heard of him. Frimpong Robertson. Oh, that would have been perfect if it had gone through, but it was intercepted well by Robertson and Curtis Jones. And Isak skipping away on the left. Isak, ball across and away by Southampton. Away by Wood at the back, actually, for Southampton. Chiesa. If you haven't already smashed the like button, folks, do make sure you are doing that, please. Let's get up to 5 likes on the stream. Big up to you all. 5 likes, we can do it. I know you can. Come on, people. 5 likes is the minimum nowadays, at least. So let's get up to 5 likes by the end of this stream. Big up to you all, though. 4 likes so far. Come on, one more. Poll so far, we have had one person say draw, which of course leads to a penalty shootout, clearly described in the poll. 15% have backed Southampton, but 69%, of course, have backed Liverpool to win. And why wouldn't you? 13 votes so far on the poll, though. Fair plays. Fair plays. Angu Maha, the youth. Never heard of him before, by the way, before he scored that goal at Newcastle. Now he's a talking point everywhere, isn't he? A bit like Dewanieri, really. He came to the limelight once he made his debut against Brentford, the G-Tech. Remember that well, actually. 15 years old he was. Bless him, Ethan. Thinking how he's nearly 18, if not 18 now. Just shy of 6 minutes to go before half-time, plus any added time we get. Don't think there'll be too much added time under the basis we've got no VAR. I don't think anyway, unless there's been a change. I doubt it though, to be fair, at this point. And also to the fact that it's been quite an open game, really. There's not been too many stoppages. It's been all right. Not the best game, but decent. Ball over the top. No problems, though, for Gianluigi Donnarumma. Endo to Frimpong. I have to say, Southampton surprised me here. I thought Liverpool would pelt them, but Pitt have held their own, stayed in the game. Nothing too dangerous has come on. I have to say it. It's been a decent first half for the Saints. I am rather pleasantly surprised because I did, on that bet builder that's now gone, actually put Liverpool straight to win. No messing about. No double chance. I just thought Liverpool would win it. So far, so good for the Saints. Really. Because like I said, I was thinking scores of 4-0. Particularly based on the league form they're in it, which is not great. 6 points. Just got beaten at the MKM Stadium as well. Where are Hull, actually? I want to find out that, but we'll save that, actually. Yeah, I keep saying this. Yeah. Where are Hull? Where are all this? Yeah. Armstrong was in, by the way. How is he? Wow. Oh, my Jesus Christ. Southampton. How have you not scored there, lads? I mean, seriously, can we take a replay? They're not going to have time to, are they? Because they kept Liverpool counter. It's the bloody post with an header. Back in again. How the fuck is that gone wide? Astonishing. It was more the inside of the fucking post. Astonishing. McCarthy Isak, though. And just as we thought Southampton were going to have scored, they most certainly should have with the chances they had just then. On the counter, Liverpool hit them. And it's goal number 1 for Alexander Isak. Big goal for Liverpool. Big goal for Liverpool. Great ball cut back. And it's a good finish. It's a good finish. Past McCarthy. That ball from Case is lovely. And Southampton, they'll be thinking, how did we not score then? Inside of the post, back on the rebound, you're putting it wide. 2 very clear-cut chances. Open nets as well. And now you're 1-0 behind because of that counter-attack and that cross from Federico Chiesa. One 0 the Reds. I know. That's why I've not said his name. That's why I've avoided saying his name, really. I feel the same way. Obviously not from a Newcastle point of view, because I'm not a Newcastle fan, but I wouldn't like it if a player disrespected us like that. And I mean, Aubameyang didn't force his way out. He was kind of doing the opposite, really. He was just letting himself rot and steal money from us, really, is what was happening with Aubameyang. You know, I mean, that's exactly what he was doing. He was basically taking money from us and letting himself just rot. And it was just to get out of this now situation. Unfortunately, players do disrespect clubs. I don't think Nick Walter-Marder will, though. He seems like a lovely guy, Nick Walter-Marder does. But yeah, it's just disrespect. So I'm not Isak's biggest fan either, Kane Jonathan. Second half back underway at Molineux. We're about to hit the half-time here, and we are going to get the whistle, which, well, Southampton was going so well for them, and they could have been 1-0 up. But on the counter-attack, Chiesa's ball across led to a Liverpool goal and the half-time score at the break. Liverpool 1, Southampton 0 at the break. You have every right to say that, to be fair. There was no reason for him to be unhappy at Newcastle. Not going to go too deep into it, because what's done is done. You guys have moved on. You've got Walter-Marder now, but there was no reason for him to be unhappy at Newcastle. He'd won a trophy. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but there was no reason. So, yeah, leave it on that. Yeah, I wouldn't go quite as far as a rat for Aubameyang, but he just let himself completely rot. I mean, the guy looked... I mean, at the end, he looked... When he did come on, before he got totally thrown out by Arteta, he looked drugged. He looked bloody drugged. Just down. Oh, like a... He still does. He looks like a slob. He used to be a great player, but he let himself go. No, I'm talking about Aubameyang at Arsenal. The way he just let himself rot, taking money from us. We eventually got him out. I'm sure that when Newcastle play Liverpool again, there will be most certainly some flare-up. Let's just say that. I mean, look, there wasn't really that much of it going on at St James's Park. I think that it's going to be kind of a cup final atmosphere, maybe, where that kind of heat will come on. If you know what I mean by that. Take a check on your halftime scores, shall we, whilst we're at it? Let's take a check on them. So, at halftime then, in everywhere, we're going to have a look at everywhere. We are going to have a look at everywhere. Don't worry about that. We'll have a look at everywhere for you. Don't worry about that, you lovely people. Yes, Barnsley 0, Brighton and Albion 3. And the 3 Brighton goal scorers are Diego Gomez with an actual hat-trick. And there's 2 assists in there for Tommy Watson as well. Is that right? Tom Watson for them as well. So a hat-trick for Diego Gomez at Barnsley, and it is a double brace. A brace of assists for Tom Watson as well for Brighton. 1-0 at 3-0 rather at the break. At Cardiff City, 2 up by all surprises at Turf Moor. 2 goals from Colwill. That's Joel Colwill and Callum Robinson, the former West Bromwich Albion and Chelsea player. And there has been a goal at Lincoln City, which is an equaliser for Chelsea. We'll find out who has scored that Chelsea goal for you right now before we move into Cardiff a little bit, actually. There you go. Lincoln City 1, Chelsea 1. It's Tyreek George with a Chelsea equaliser. 1-1 and all square at Lincoln, between Lincoln and Chelsea. 1-1. But yeah, Cardiff, I mean, I just want to look at that result in the Championship because, yeah, they got, where is it? That was 20th. That was the most recent, 20th of September. They got beaten 3-1 at home to Bradford City. And today, I mean, they've lost. It's astonishing. I mean, here we are. What we're looking at. 12th of August. Carabao Cup, Cardiff, beating Swindon, beats Rotherham, and they've not been too bad. I mean, they battered, but I still don't think that. It's just weird. Do you know what I mean? Really, Burnley, not really. Yeah, it's just a weird one. It's a weird one. Fulham Cambridge, there's nothing to talk about there. When I tell you nothing, I mean nothing. We've just spoken about Lincoln Chelsea, so I'll leave that one alone. There has been there is actually still a game at halftime. It's Wigan and Wickham, and Boyd Muntz. That's Cowell Boyd Muntz with that 1 goal so far in that game for Wickham, and it is 1-0 away to Wigan for them. And there was a booking in there as well for Finn Back. Yes, another surprise scoreline, 51st minute now. Wolves 1, Everton 0. Marshall Manetzi with the goal for that one. And we actually have a described yellow card as well here for Everton. And it was unsportsmanlike conduct for Barry just 4 minutes after the goal had gone in. So maybe a bit of frustration creeping in from Everton. Will they find a way back into it at Molineux? We wonder. And we can keep wondering. And it's actually 2 quick-fire goals for Chelsea. It's the second one for them as well. It's Facundo Buonanotte, who has put them now 2-1 in front against Lincoln. So a quick turnaround from Chelsea. And it's now 2-1 away to Lincoln for them. 2-1, Lincoln-Chelsea. Chelsea are leading 2-1. Turn it around. And 2-1 Chelsea. So Facundo Buonanotte. At Wrexham, 0-0 Reading, nothing to report on. And obviously, the last game at the bottom is the Liverpool Southampton. But there is nothing to report. There is some goals to tell you about, though, in the Scottish Premiership, with Dundee United leading 1-0 against Aberdeen. And Falkirk are 2-1 down against Hibs away at home. And right now it is Levante 0, Real Madrid 0 in the La Liga. 1-0 Villarreal away to Sevilla. And the early results were Athletic Bilbao drawing 1-1 with Girona, and Espanyol 2, Valencia 2 was the final score between those two sides. Any more to report you on? I don't think so. Old National League, we can talk to you about that before the second night is back underway here. Altrincham 1, Forest Green Rovers 1, Brackley Town are leading Truro, the most southern club I think in England, 1-0. Gateshead 0, Hartlepool 0. Rochdale leading 4-0 against Solihull Moors, and it's the exact same scoreline for York City, who've just scored. They're now 4-0 up against Carlisle United. I was thinking, will York, will they be, I should put them on the Acro Insurance? Yeah, I should have. I didn't know if Carlisle were a good side or not. There's your answer. And Woking leading 1-0 against Sutton. There you go. I think I've just found the first English club to be called Real something. We've got Banbury, which is on the Bournemouth to Manchester route. Bournemouth to Manchester route. Banbury, near Oxford. Banbury 1, Real Bedford 2. Real Bedford. Oh my shitting! Real Bedford. Really? Real Bedford. Bedford. Whew. Wow. Okay. That's one of the weirdest and wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely didn't expect to see Bedford associated with the word Real. We should be beating Port Vale. I'm sorry, but we should. It gets worse. It gets worse. Oh my. England FA Cup qualification. Bloody hell. This is saying FRO, which I think means final result only. Right. Either way, Sporting Kassler. Is that even an English club? I mean, seriously? Sporting Kassler against Hereford. That is Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, but wow. I have just seen two of the most weird and wonderful club names I think I've ever witnessed. Genuinely. For English football, that is, anyway. Absolute madness. And they're both non-league. I mean, Sporting Kalsa. That ain't English. Who the hell's created that club? I'm laughing at that. That's probably some group of wherever Kalsa originates from or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that is not the name of a club. Really. Oh, Jesus. And Real Bedford, that is just hysterical. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to anybody who's in Bedford and supports that one and supports that club, but Real Bedford, I mean, seriously, wow, that is ridiculous. I would be embarrassed to live in Bedford for the fact that the club's called Real Bedford. Jesus. And Bedford, by the way, is right on the Thames link as well. Fucking Real Bedford. Funniest thing I've seen in years, that. Real Bedford. I don't think I'll ever forget that. Real Bedford. Every time I see Bedford now, Real Bedford. Fucking hilarious. See you tomorrow, mate. Have a good one. Goal! Well, it's a goal for Real Madrid, says Sober Score. Well, let's find out who the Real Madrid goal scorer is. It's good news for my price boost and my Acca insurance. It's Vinny Jr., 28 minutes on the clock. Levante 0, Madrid 1. No. I'm sorry, but no. I'm sorry. No. Like I said, Tom's not interested in the Europa League as Arsenal are in it. And that ain't going to happen. It shouldn't happen either. And with that, it's going to be basis of very, very few Europa matches or conference matches. Purely on the fact that if it's a big game, I'll select it. Otherwise, nah. We are a Champions League channel, and because Arsenal are a Champions League club now and should be, that is now the priority 1,000%. Yeah. And it also means I get a day off on a bloody Thursday. And that's the thing. If we step down to the Europa League, Thursdays off is a thing of the past. Yeah. Goal, Wrexham. Goal, Wrexham against Reading. Good old Reading, second busiest or biggest train station, whatever you want to call it. It is, in fact, the largest town with a ginormous train station. Basically, I think it's like the biggest train station and the busiest train station in the UK, and it's in a town, not a city, which is mental. But Reading is a very busy station and quite a busy city. It's a massive interchange between London and the southwest. I mean, it's huge, Reading, when it comes to that terms. Reading are 1-0 up, and there's a goal back. There's a goal back for Burnley. It's a big goal back for Burnley. And we are, getting flash score. Goal. And we will find out from SofaScore, though, on the app, who has scored that Burnley goal. But meanwhile, it is time for the second half back at Anfield. So let's get back ready for it. Here we go. Liverpool 1, the Saints 0. And we're off. And I can tell you that Burnley goal back has come from Zian Fleming. That's Zian Fleming for Burnley. And it is one back against Cardiff City for Burnley. So that's progress. Yeah, they need to come back, Burnley. They do. And as to Everton. Both of those two teams. Goal back for Burnley, though. 2-1 to Cardiff. And we'll take a check, actually. What is going on for you? I want to look at, just whilst this game kind of brews up a bit, and I hope it does. Let's just go into next week. Let's just creep in there. I mean, Friday, we're doing Championship again, by the way, people. I am taking tomorrow off, but we're going to be back on Friday. We're going to do the Championship, and we're going to do, who is it? Who have we got? West Brom against Leicester. Not the best game, but should be elite. We're going to do that. 2 Championship games in a row on a Friday night. Just like Goldbridge is doing Bundesliga every Friday night. And his Bundesliga share should be a 7:30 kickoff. It is. It's Bayern Munich as well in action against Werder Bremen. Kickoff 7:30, 8:30 local. Live on our Bundesliga YouTube, That's Football YouTube, and the Overlap YouTube, as well as the BBC iPlayer and the BBC Sport website. So loads of options for you there. Yeah, I'm not a Newcastle fan, but I don't agree. I'm sorry. I don't. It just doesn't sit well with me. I just think it's quite disrespectful. Monday, we are going to be here on Monday as well. It's an all right game, actually. Everton against West Ham should be very intriguing between those two. I think that'll be quite intriguing, quite fun. Everton, West Ham, that should be pretty good. Because I think Everton will pelt them. I'm sorry, West Ham fans, but you're going to get it from me all season. Everton going to pelt. I think Everton will pelt them. I'm sorry, but I do. Fair enough. Oh, does that mean that surely only means one thing then? Because we've got an MNF. Yeah. Kel's Cakes on Super Sunday again. Kel's, I like you. Great presenter. But I don't like you on Super Sunday when Arsenal are playing. But the way Sky's little system works is basically David Jones will do Saturday and Monday if there's a Monday night game. Kells will do your bloody your Super Sunday to get her fair share, if you like. So she'll do 1 day of 2. David will do 2 days of 1. And I think well, I say that, but actually, it'd be 3 for David, I think, or Kells. Well, I don't know. It's not going to be a fair share this weekend because there's 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday, 1 on Monday, and Monday's David's show. So work the maths out for you. Kells does Saturday, Sunday. Dave just does Monday. But let's face it, Kells is doing match of the day, so not going to happen, is it? I couldn't give a shit. I'm sorry, but I'm an Arsenal fan. I just watch Liverpool and hope. At the minute, my brain's just too focused on getting Arteta out to even think about trying to answer questions about Liverpool, the team who, yeah, I am, mate. I am. Yeah, you can tell I'm not very proud of it at the minute. In fact, I'm disgusted in the way the club's got. It's just so deflating at the minute. Big game next week. I'm just taking a slight. There's 2 changes here for Saints. Janda and Cameron Archer coming off, and Charles and Downs, an American, coming on for Saints. There you go. When are we play? Yeah, we're not a 5:45. I'll hit the roof. We're 5:45 again. Yeah, I'm not doing Derby Charlton. I'm going to end up having to do... No, I might do Bodo Spurs. Fancy that, Bodo Spurs. I don't fancy doing Galatasaray Liverpool. Sorry, but I don't. I still expect to see beat City. Arteta's time is up. And once it is up, you should see a better version of us. It's coming. It's coming. Because our owner, Joshua goal! Emile Smith-Rowe. Fulham 1, Cambridge United 0. Breakthrough is finally there at Craven Cottage. 1-0 Fulham. And there is a second for Real Madrid as well. It's 2-0 to them against Levante. We'll find out who the Real Madrid goal scorer is. Vinny Jr. with the first, but who is the Real Madrid second goal scorer? It is Franco Mastantuono. It is a goal I've never heard of him before, but it is 2-0 to Real Madrid against Levante. Real Madrid 2 up away from home, as you would expect them to be against a side basically that aren't Barcelona or somebody like Good policy. Yellow card for Hugo Ekitike, just coming up on the screen. But yeah, Wednesday, we must be playing Wednesday then. We must be. We must be. I think we're Wednesday, 8 o'clock. And yes, we are. We're 1 ultimate Olympiacos at the Emirates. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. 2-0 Wycombe Wanderers. Find out the goal scorers for you in a minute. At Wigan. Unique station name, actually. Wigan Northwestern. I think they've got 2 stations, though, Wigan. But either way, Wigan Athletic. 2-0 down. Donnell McNeely has made it 2 for Wycombe. Yeah, Arsenal Olympiacos on Wednesday the 1st. Definitely can confirm that. And that will probably mean that I'm not going to do anything on Thursday unless Friday is very boring, which I doubt it to be. Although, to be fair, I might just scrap Friday totally, unless there's a Premier League game. Really, because I do like the Coronation Street, and it's 4-0. It's Diego Gomez again. He's got a 4th. It's a excellent day for goal scoring at Barnsley for Diego Gomez. It's an excellent day and a job done for Brighton. It is 4-0 now. And that is absolutely a certainty now. Game over for the Seagulls. And Diego Gomez is most certainly taking the match ball and a player of the match award, you can imagine. But yeah, let's see. Thursday, unless there's something really big. Really big. No. And that's the thing. There's not going to be that much that's going to appear really big in the Europa this year. Because there's no Man United, there's no Spurs. Do you know what I mean by that? There'll be a few, but Villa are boring as fuck to watch in a minute. You can imagine why I'm avoiding them, can't you? Yeah, there is a Friday night game in the Prem, actually. So I might. So that's the third that. No, to be fair, I do need to do. That is a must, actually. That I do Bournemouth Fulham, and the reason is because I'm not going to be here at all on Saturday the 4th, because as you all know, I've got a ticket to Arsenal West Ham. So yeah. Yeah, for the saving grace of the channel, I do need to do that game, whether I like it or not. Yeah, not my favourite game, but hey. Listen, if you're going to take a Saturday off, which is the best day for content for football outside of Super Sunday, then you've just got to make sure that you fill in the gaps where you can. That is the way YouTube works, unfortunately, guys. You've got to keep making sure that you string out content and you try and fill in the gaps. Second goal for Wrexham against Reading. So Curtis Jones is coming off, and he's going to be coming off to be replaced by Connor Bradley for Liverpool. Connor Bradley to replace Curtis Jones for the Reds. I didn't recognise this change, but Hugo Ekitike did come on for Isak at half time. There's been another goal alert coming for it. Oh, it's just the goal scorer confirmation. Nathan Broadhead for Wrexham. Josh, as a Wrexham supporter, will be happy. He's a Villa fan mainly, but he also has a heart for Wrexham, so Josh will be happy. It is 2-0 Wrexham against Reading. Blimey, Barnsley's ground looks absolutely deserted. I probably could have got stuck in there and not even have been noticed. It's that empty. I've just seen the first picture, really, of Barley's. Well, yeah, I definitely could have got in there, no problem at all, if I wanted to watch Brighton tonight. I don't really do that much touring for other clubs, if you know what I mean, when I'm in the Carabao Cup. It's more the FA Cup I do that, particularly when Arsenal go out early. Although, to be fair, it was a good thing for me, because had we not gone out early, I wouldn't have got the chance to go and visit Goodison before it shut down, because that's what I did. After we went out, fourth round, I was freezing cold at Blackburn Rovers, but I did go and do Goodison before it, you know what I mean? Because it was going to be my last chance, so I did it. So that was, yeah. I would say in a way that was kind of a bit of a, because if Arsenal didn't go out, then I wouldn't have got that chance, because now I know that Everton lost 2-0 that day. They were against Bournemouth, and that would have been it, because I wouldn't have gone to a league game. So yeah, grateful to have had that opportunity, really, because I know that there's quite a few football fans that probably wanted to visit Goodison and probably didn't get the chance. But I did, just in the nick of time, really, if you ask me. Because it's now been converted to a women's stadium. And before you ask, well, it's still going to be the same ground, isn't it? No. From what I've been told, I haven't seen pictures because I haven't looked, but from what I've been told, fans took a lot of the seats out. The capacity's been largely reduced. Eka TK in, I don't think it's going to count. No, it isn't. But yeah, quite a lot of the seats have been taken out. And to be fair, it's a women's stadium now. I mean, I kind of understand it. And fans, of course, are going to want their pieces of Goodison, because it's one of the, well, if not, it's the grand old lady, isn't it, of England, really. So, but it is still standing. You can still see it. You still can look at it. You just need to go down. To be fair, it's not even that bad either, really, Bramley-Moore Dog. Because if you come in at Lime Street, I'll tell you right now, Liverpool's actually all right, because they don't particularly encourage you to use. They have got buses, but it's not a city where it revolves around buses or trams. Like, it's got its Merseyrail running through the underground bits, but right outside Lime Street, and I think this is a good thing, they've got Voy scooters all the way across. Lovely pink scooters. You get a nice little day pass, and it's a lovely e-scooter ride down to Bramley-Moore Dock once you've got through the centre of Liverpool. Because I did it. Yes, I know, call me crazy, but I did do it. I did that. I rode my bike. I rode an e-scooter down to Bramley-Moore and back up again. Because I thought, well, okay, here's the thing. I'm going to have to end up doing loads of walking if I get the bus or the Merseyrail. Probably cost me more. So I thought, just get the scooter down. The scooter's allowed it down there. Have a look through the gates, see what it's all about. Yeah. And also Liverpool Lime Street, there is a very, very, very grand hotel. I mean, obviously it's not grand anymore, but in the sense of the building itself, it's Britannia Hotels, but the famous Adelphi, I had no idea where it was but I saw it straight away. I recognised the building work as soon as I got out of Lime Street. I knew it was the Adelphi, and it's a very famous hotel, which is now owned by Britannia, and they aren't that bad, but you have to be kind of patient with Britannia Hotels is the right word to put it. But the Adelphi is a beautiful building, and it's right next to Lime Street. And like I said, last year when I went for that Goodison trip, I had no idea where the Adelphi was. But I just walk out of Lime Street casually, look to my left, the Adelphi's there, and I was like, holy shit, I didn't realise it was that close. Because if I know there's a famous hotel in a city, and if I see it, I want to go and have a look. Of course I do. I've seen vloggers go in there, you know what I mean, YouTube reviewers, and it's so grand in there. Like when you actually walk past the reception, up the stairs, and into that big ballroom, it's just perfect. So yeah, if you do go to Liverpool, I wouldn't recommend staying in there if you have high standards for hotels, but pop yourself in there, walk up the stairs, past the reception, and just go into that big room because it is grand. There's some great work in it. You'll see what I mean if you go in there, particularly the Liverpool local. And like I said, you literally, like, let's imagine you're going down the stairs of Lime Street towards the scooters. Just head left and up the hill, because I think it is up the hill. And then, yeah, you're onto a main street, cross the road, and Elvy's right there. And yes, I would stay in the Adelphi if I had to go to Liverpool. Because like I said, I'm one of those people who can't put it with Britannia Hotels. And to be fair, I've not really had a bad experience with them other than the Royal Court Hotel Coventry. Never again. But the most recent one, Heathlands Hotel Bournemouth, lovely. No issues, great food, no problem. TV didn't work, but that didn't matter because I wasn't interested in the TV. I had an iPad and a laptop with me. And it was beautiful weather, so why the hell did I need to be in the room watching a TV? I could hear it, I couldn't see it, it was blurry. That didn't ruin the experience for me. It was a lovely hotel, considering that the Roundhouse, 1 out of 5, is currently being used by immigrants. There's a nice one down in Babacum as well if you want to go down to Torquay. You want to be a bit out of the way of Torquay, but you want to be near Torquay. Babacum is just the other side of Torquay on the same sort of coast. And there's a smallish Britannia called the Tracan. Lovely hotel. Great staff in there, really friendly. Quite a community hotel, really. I mean, it's a good hotel. If you get to know the Tracan, you'll like it. That's the thing with Britannias. If you get to know them, you'll like them. But in terms of the way they operate, I mean, they do get slated, and some of the hotels are in bad condition. And that Royal Court Hotel Coventry place was so hot, and it was New Year. It was a mystery tour. But the even bigger problem was, for me, was just unfriendliness and the unhelpfulness of the staff. I mean, barely any of the staff in that hotel could speak English. And I mean, I'm not trying to be horrible or racist, but it was just like, how can you stay in a hotel where you can't communicate with the staff? Do you know what I mean by that? Particularly when it's a new year. Robertson in towards Ekitike, made contact. So yeah, there is just at the minute, based on what I've visited, there's only one Britannia where I'd say no go, and that is the Royal Court Hotel Coventry. Just avoid it. That is probably the only one right now that I can tell you avoid at all available costs, because unless they've reformed their staff in there and there's been drastic changes, I would never go back to that hotel. Otherwise, all of the Britannias are okay. There's a lovely one at Newcastle Airport, which, by the way, for an airport hotel, did brilliantly for a new year. Did us a full gala dinner, lovely ballroom and dancing. Great, that was a great one. I've got to say, it was up there, one of the best, really. That one we did in Newcastle, because it was an airport hotel. But did you notice? No, you didn't. Edwards. Kate and Jonathan egging on Southampton to try and get back into this. If I remember, there'll be no extra time tonight. It'll be straight to penalties if Southampton can find an equaliser. Check on some scores. I guarantee I've missed something. Have I? No, I haven't actually. We're all right. I ain't missed notes. Ooh. Pardon me. And it looks like Wolves are going to be beating Everton as well. I can't say for sure, but it might look like a Wolves win there. I was expecting Everton to comfortably win that, but I haven't heard anything from that game really since the goal. Yeah. 1-0, 87th minute. Perhaps at the 88th. Menetzi's goal, the winner. I am surprised. I'm really surprised by Everton with that. Can't lie. I think that if he broke his leg, that would just send Newcastle in party mode. I can tell how upset you are. I just know that the way you guys are up there, you'd party if he broke his leg. I know you would. It's just the way Geordies do things. And, well, we were just talking about Wolves not hearing anything. Well, they've sealed the deal. And as to Brighton, which we'll talk about in a minute. But first, Wolves have found their goal of sealage. Tolu Arokodare has made it 2-0 Wolves. That is Everton out of the Carabao Cup. And that is a huge surprise, actually. That is a surprise. But it is Wolverhampton Wanderers into the 4th round against every available odd, really. You have to say it. You have to say it. And then the other one, Brighton have gone 5-0 up. It's a different goal scorer this time to Diogo Gomez. It's Harry Howell. And it is the absolute cherry on the icing on the cake for Brighton as they take a 5-goal lead against Barnsley, which is practically a deserted stadium as well. Yeah, but if it's too late, I'm not going to be doing it. What I'll do instead is I'll probably do like a kind of reaction video, if you know what I mean, when I get back. I'll kind of just watch the draw back and react to it, really. And I'll do like a brief 15-minute or so reaction, probably. And I'm going to try and get back into Premier League predictions as well. Yeah. Because I know I said I'd get into it. I've missed out 3 or 4 game weeks after game week 2. I need to get back into it, really. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. But I'm going to try and get back into it. I'm going to try and keep it consistent. I just need to find the time just to grind out those bloody predictions there. And Brighton have scored again. It's 6. It is job done by all available means now. Brighton are 6-0 up. And the 6th and probably final goal scorer of the night at Barnsley for Brighton is poor Barnsley. Luke will be buzzing. It's Yassin Ayari for Brighton. It's 6th, and it is quite a heavy defeat for Barnsley, bless them. Southampton, 15 minutes away from full time and just 1-0 down. They'll be feeling themselves quite lucky. And in fact, they're level. Just as we were talking about Southampton potentially feeling themselves lucky, it's 1-1 at Anfield. It is game on. Wow. And I think it's somebody called Charles who's just poked that in. Stuck a little toe out for the corner. It's a deep delivery. It's a wrong type of header from Wataru Endo. Got it wrong. It falls into that path. Gets a little flick on from number 17. I'm not sure who it is. And then Charles with a little jab of the toe to poke it home. And Mamardashvili is scrambling, but he can't get there in time. And it's a big goal for Southampton, who have not had a great start to their championship season. And I have to say, despite the fact that Liverpool are without Salah and Alisson and some big names because of the type of day it is, but, you know, that's big, really, when you consider how bad it was for Southampton last season and not a great start even in the championship this season. I wouldn't complain. Fuck all bet slips because I wouldn't complain. It's only £2 I put on tonight. So, just, yeah. I wouldn't complain. I really wouldn't. I don't even know what the AC Milan score is, by the way, but Real Madrid are 2 up. I know that much. Knowing AC Milan will probably lose anyway. There you go. Yeah, should do. I mean, like, well, I will be beyond seething, really, if we lose tomorrow. And I'm already getting the protest about. I'm already getting ready to protest against West Ham. I've made a start on collecting some cardboard and getting some banners ready. I am going to be protesting. And I've now got 3 football tickets to do so, unintentionally. But hey ho, it is what it is. What's the catch? Nah. No. 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 I can't. Don't do this to me. You stole the Carabao Cup from us last season, and you really broke my heart. And no, we can't. Oh, fucking Jesus, man! Honestly, this club, it's a joke. Because if we'd have beaten Man City, I'd say, yeah, okay, let a Newcastle win. But no! Oh, fucking Jesus. Get Arteta out! Get him gone! Why are we even having this conversation? Honestly, I'm so done with this guy. I am so ready to protest, mate. I'm just done. Milos Kirkos for Giovanni Leone. I can't even decide. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Do you know what? If you guys win and he loses his job, then I'm happy. But fucking hell, I think it's going to take more than a defeat to Newcastle for him to lose his fucking job. The Kroenkes need to sack him. And I'm going to keep pushing it now. I'm not going to stop. I want change. I want trophies. I'm not waiting another season. I've waited for far too long. This is the point it's got to. I've always been against him. I've always not believed. But now I'm just sick of it. And I am ready to protest. Oh, Frimpong. That looked like an okay challenge. Might not have been. Fulham have won. Fulham are through. Chelsea have won. Chelsea are through. Wrexham have won. Wrexham are through. And Wolves have won. Wolves are through. And the obvious, Brighton are through as well. They're 6 up. I don't know what's happening with their game at the minute, but they're 6 up. I know you guys think this is entertaining, but honestly, it shouldn't get to the point where I need to start protesting. Me. Like, this should be AFTV protesting a long time ago. It's gone way too far. And like I said, Sunday for me was the last straw. But I will. Because as much as people may say, oh, just sit down on your seats and just enjoy it. No, I can't enjoy it. Because I know we should be winning trophies. We should have won trophies 3 seasons ago. So no. As much as people may say, well, you shouldn't, sod it. I have a voice, and it's time for change. And I'm not a powerful enough YouTuber to force change, unfortunately. We'll see. Penalties, probably. Looking like it. Never know, though. Liverpool late winners. Have to see. Don't know how good Southampton are at penalties. I've not seen Southampton in a shootout, I don't think, ever. Really. Yeah. No. You're right. No, you're right. Yeah. I think I can't even talk anymore. Fact of the matter is, unless the Kroenke's sacking before I get there, I'm going to have to hold up a cardboard sign and start shouting because I'm sick. Like, I can't keep sitting here just letting seasons go by. Second place, 0 trophies. It's just fucking terrible now. It's just too far. I'm no fan who wants to sit in my own stadium and hold a sign up and start protesting, but what needs to be done is what needs to be done. That's a really tidy goal from Liverpool to win the match. It's Hugo Ekitike with his second, well, no, not his second, his first of the game. And it's a winning goal for Liverpool as well. Yeah, quiet. It's all right, though. We're all right. There's a second yellow. What? Ekitike, the goal scorer, red carded for a celebration. It's the second yellow for him. And it's Liverpool down to 10 men. 2-1 up, but a man down. 4.5 minutes to go. Probably about 4 by the time we get back kicked off with the sending off. But Liverpool down to 10 as they take a 2-1 lead. I mean, to be fair, you expect them to beat Southampton. Yeah, and Ekitike has been sent off for a second yellow because of a stupid celebration. Just don't overdo it. He's probably taken his shirt off. That's what's happened. You can see. Taking his shirt off. That's what's happened. And yeah, damn right. Because all you're doing there is you just, well, delaying. Do a bit of a knee slide. Do a bit of a trademark celebration, but don't overdo it. Madrid have conceded. Levante back in it. Etta Ayong 2-1. Wickham have beaten Wigan 2-0. Wigan out. Wickham through. 2-goal win for Wickham. Away from home in the Carabao Cup. Wickham into the draw. Well, it won't happen. I do wonder what's happened with this Simbin card, you know. I really do. This blooming blue card. I mean, to be fair, blue should have been orange. If they're going to do a Simbin card, which they won't, it was just a fancy idea. Should be orange, not blue. Like, blue is just not a colour you associate with warning or anything like that. Like, do you know what I mean? Blue is not a colour of warning. Blue is actually a safe colour. Blue and yet, well, I say that. Yellow, in terms of emojis and that kind of thing, yeah, it's a safe colour, but it can be associated as an unsafe colour as well. Yeah, no, I'd say orange, amber, orange. Step up to a yellow, but not quite red. If you know what I mean. If we're following traffic light terms, though, should be green. Problem is, green is a positive colour. You don't associate green with anything bad. Yeah, green and blue are just like colours you can't associate with bad things. Like, blue, when you look at it on signs, you know what I mean? Like, not road signs, but like signs. Like, yeah, just signage, really. It's like a advisory colour, if you know what I mean, really. It's not. Yeah, do you know what I mean? You know, if there was ever to be a sin bin card, it wouldn't be blue. Shouldn't be blue, anyway. Knowing PGMOL, though, they'd probably do it just to make everybody confused. Because, like I said, blue is not a colour you associate with bad punishment, is it? Really? Like red, danger. Yellow, warning. Amber, slightly advanced warning. Chiesa, saved by McCarthy. And we're going to have 6 additional minutes. That's 6 minutes in added time at the end here, folks. 6 more minutes to play at Anfield. And South, I think it's jobbed up at Liverpool, really. It should be. They've not had a bad game, though, Southampton. I thought it'd be a lot worse for them tonight. It's a win that Liverpool should get. Frimpong, Chiesa. Nice little cute ball inside. Bradley. Frimpong. I think we're all done on the other games. Now I can't see anything coming through SoberScore, really, other than the odd Madrid notification, but they're in the second half now anyway. So, yeah. I think all settled here. However, a yellow card is brandished from tonight's ref. I think is it Tom Bramall? Don't know. Either way, ref's had a fairly easy game. But like I said, it's not been a bad day for Southampton at all, really. They can come away and they can go, well, scored a goal. We were in the game. Didn't get battered. So Southampton can take from it. Be a good boost for them, I think, in the league. Knowing that they've gone to Anfield and they've not been battered, really. English champions, league champions. It's a good result. I know they're out, practically, unless they get a late equaliser, but if you ask me, 2-1 against Liverpool as you Southampton, considering the season you've had so far in the Championship and the season you had last season, not bad at all. Not bad at all. They've still got fighting spirit, though, the Saints. And that didn't quite go for a corner there. But they're trying. They've got 3 minutes left of the 6 added on to go. Could there be some late drama at Anfield? I do wonder. Ryan Manning flicked on. Chance is wasted, but there was a foot in actually from Joe Gomez to make the tackle. And it could have prevented the goal. And it will be a corner on the left for Southampton. So the Saints have a corner. No, they don't. Ignore me. Must have not taken a deflection off Joe Gomez. I thought that was a corner. Looked like it. But clearly not. That's 2 anyway. Of the 6 added on. Not bad depth from Downs there. Jaden Downs. And Bradley. Real Madrid have got a penalty, I think. Service score notification. And we're in the last 40-odd seconds here in this cup tie at Anfield. And like I said, Southampton can't really complain too much. Again, season you've had so far in the Championship, really bad season last season. You're coming away as the league champions. Yeah, it's the B team, but still only 2-1. And you're in the game. It's not a bad result at all for Southampton. It's not a bad result for them at all. They might have one last chance as well to really stir Anfield up. Manning plays that one in, but Mamardashvili showing his worth and making a good claim there. And that probably will be that as well. And Real Madrid have scored just after the penalty award was notified. 3-1 to Real Madrid, back in front with a 2-goal advantage. And as we say that, it is the final whistle in this one in the Carabao Cup. And like I said, Southampton, they can take away a lot from this. Much better from them, really. And like I said, B team or not, it's a good. It'll give them a boost, knowing that they've only been beaten narrowly here 2-1. Liverpool's B team, yeah, but still been in the game. Not a bad result for them at all. We'll round it all up tomorrow when the final whistles have gone, as Port Vale take on Arsenal, and it's really just getting the fucking win. Otherwise, I am going to throw a fit tomorrow, and it's fair to say that. And I have every right to if we don't beat Port Vale. But yeah, from me, for now, it is good night. Take care and have a good night, folks. We'll see you all tomorrow. Port Vale against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. Must win, better win. If you don't, big trouble, Arteta.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are Yeah, we are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes feeling like a dynamite, ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah, we are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. From town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.